What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So today I'm just going to be working on the van again, in particularly the engine mounts and transmission mount. What I'm going to do, there's three mounts. It's basically that. There's one under the battery and there's one underneath the van. It's kind of easy. It's just, kind of a tedious task because you have to remove some stuff, but not hard, not as hard as doing the valve cover. So we're just gonna attempt to do that now. The reason is there's been like a shake, like when you start the car, it feels like there's a shudder, like when you're accelerating and just when it's running and it's just really shaky. Not very shaky, but kind of shaky. So I'm thinking the mounts are just old. They do look old, so kind of worn out. So I'm sure none of them have been replaced. So we're just gonna go replace them. I think I have it right here. There's three of them, and they're not particularly expensive. They're actually pretty cheap. They're like $50 for all three, like $58 for all three, which is really amazing. So let's see what we have here. So we have the one that's on the passenger side mount, comes with all the bracket as well, and we have the one underneath the battery tray right there. That's basically holding, I think, the top of the transmission, and this one is the one that's holding the bottom of the transmission or the engine. I don't know. So we'll see what it looks like down there. So I'm referencing the video made by TRQ Parts. Basically, they made the whole tutorial on how to do this, and it's really simple. So let's get to it. Now that we removed the coolant reservoir held on by a 10 millimeter bolt here, and it's hooked to the back there, we have access to the engine mount here, and we have our replacement right here. The whole assembly, really nice, brand new. You have to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 basically bolts there. Before we do, we have to support the oil pan. Not a whole lot, but like just a little bit so it doesn't move around, so it doesn't sink, so everything lines up. So I'm gonna get my jack underneath there and do that now. So I have it supported down here at the oil pan. Not a whole lot. I just lifted it a little bit, just enough so that it doesn't sink down or move. Just enough. Don't jack it all too much. And then now we're gonna try to start unbolting this thing. All right. So I removed the mount. This is the old one, and really crusty looking. I'm sure the rubber is tired and old. And this is the new one. So these came. It was basically that's what's holding it to the engine block. I thought you didn't have to remove this. Basically, it's like bolt through like that. I had to remove this. It wasn't stuck on there, so it was easy to remove. I just went and removed that because, or else it's really hard for this to pull off. So that's kind of how it works. So we're gonna put this on now and see how it looks. I try to clean here as best as I can. I'm gonna try to clean and wipe it up some more, but it's basically gonna just drop in like that, and we're gonna line it up and see how it goes. Okay, so we have everything mounted up. The outside 1, 2, 3 bolts are 35s, and these are 66 foot-pounds. So just for reference there. So hopefully this one will eliminate most of my vibrations. Well, we'll tackle the other two next. Okay, so now we're working on the underneath the van. I have the 2 jack stands set up on the frame, and the wheel chock on the back for safety. What we're working on to this part is this mount right here. That's the kind of like a torque for the transmission. This is the transmission right here. So I have to put the jack somewhere right there, like right here at the tip of my finger. I have to put the jack up there to kind of support it and wiggle it around so that once I unbolt this thing, it'll just slide right out. So hopefully it's not too hard. It's hard when you don't have a lift, so that's kind of like the only thing. So we'll see what we tackle. All right, guys, so hopefully I can capture this very well. This one, you need to kind of like, so from a jack stand kind of work, it's kind of hard because you don't have a lot of room to kind of pry around here. So What I did was, what do you call it? You see this? This is how it's fitted like this, and then it's kind of like in there. So you have to kind of pry the engine a little bit away. So I used a ratchet strap because I can't fit a pry bar into here. I'm low to the ground. A ratchet strap works just fine. So just make sure you're prying at a nice area and doesn't like fly to your face. It's right here, fresh and clean. There's the old one. There's the new one. I don't think there's any sort of orientation to this. It's either, so I don't know. I have to make sure. I'm gonna look at the reference video. So there's a notch on the bottom here. I don't know which one's the bottom. I'm gonna take a look on the reference video of TRQ, see what they did. But that's basically what it is. There's two bolts right here and right here. And we're gonna finish up this one, and then we're gonna move on to the top under the battery. Okay, so we're done here. It's basically the two bolts. 52 foot-pounds each bolt, and that's it. Hopefully the last one up top should be easier than these two. Easier than this one because we're under here. But let's go do the last one and get out of here. Okay, home stretch here. We're gonna unbolt the battery. There's a tray underneath, and the tray comes off, and you'll see the mount. Super easy, straightforward. If everything aligns, it's all about just a swap and put back in, and that's it. Just a quick look. Our battery here that we find, it says here 822, it's probably August 22. Fairly new battery, so it's really heavy though. Maybe it's time to put a lithium ion into this van. It's so heavy, like it's not helping the van anything. The van's already not that powerful. I mean, maybe it's a nice mod to do a lithium ion, anti-gravity. But look at the rusty, crusty battery tray. So I'm gonna try to wash this and then put it back. It's plastic, so I unbolted everything. It's probably seized in there. So I'm gonna start pulling, and then I'll bring you guys back along to see the mount under there. All right, guys. So I cleaned the battery tray as much as I can manage. I mean, I could clean it further, but this is better than what it was before. All the rust was there, and then I'm gonna rinse it some more. There's some rust stuff still there, but I'm gonna rinse it some more. So everything I touch basically while working on this van, I clean as much as I can reach, because I can't like just go over everything. It's just gonna be super hard. So yeah, as I go, when I'm working on stuff, I just clean as much as I can. So here it is. I wiped the battery down too with all the dirt, and then now let's see what's under here. Oh, there's more dirt in here, so I gotta clean in here, but that's the mount. We're just basically gonna remove that 1, 2, 3, 4, and this center one, and then it just comes off. I have to support the transmission underneath so that this doesn't misalign or anything like that. So furthermore cleaning, I'm gonna vacuum this, I guess, so it doesn't fall into the engine bay any further. Okay, so here's the old one. I just removed it. Really old, and there's some, looks like it's separated at the boot here, so it's like kind of just floating around. I don't know, that's how it's supposed to be. So, see there? This is the new one. Although not OEM, but looks more solid. Almost similar. There's some holes to it too, but you know, it doesn't look torn or anything. So we'll try it anyway. This one's really, really old looking, so it's probably due for a change anyway. Here's the inside. I'm gonna go clean it up before I put the new one on. Okay, so it took a little effort to get this in there, to align this middle one and all these bolts. It's just a lot of wiggling. Got it done. 35 foot-pounds on all four, and 110, 111, something like that for this center nut. So it's a 21-inch, so we gotta find something that's that big. Make sure I didn't dent anything, because I'm wiggling things around in here. So button it up, and we're gonna go and start it and see if there's any difference to all this. Hopefully there is. Alright guys, moment of truth. Before I clean up here, let's just start this thing. Everything's connected. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Let's go inside here. See if it turns on. I know I tightened everything, so usually there would be a shutter as soon as you start it. So it turns on at least. Alright. Let's see if there's any shake. Oh, Wait. It's definitely significantly dampened. There's no... I gotta drive it, but right now you should be... I should be feeling like a shudder already. It's smooth. It's smooth. Let me see. It's very smooth. That's pretty much it. I mean, I'm gonna go test drive it, but as soon as I started it, I noticed the difference already. So hopefully everything's good. I didn't miss anything, that nothing's getting caught. See, the only thing left in here is basically an engine rebuild. Honestly, because the transmission was already rebuilt 40,000 miles ago. I'm sure that's still good. I replaced the coils, changed the oil, changed the mounts, everything. Basically, all the tune-up, spark plugs, coils, everything. I did everything. So, I guess injectors. I don't know if that's even a thing. I saw that the steering rack is leaking underneath, so maybe that's due for replacement as well. But I think the main thing is really the last big thing is the why there's oil on spark plugs before. I think the piston rings are just tired at 190,000 miles, but this is all good right now. It's like it's not shuddering at all. I mean, it's vibrating, but I'm really happy with it. I'm gonna go test ride this, but test ride, yeah, and then see what else I find. But I think this is it for now. All right, YouTube, this is a test ride of the Transit Connect. Sorry you can't see much because I'm holding it on my phone. I don't want to get pulled over. And the vibration is completely, almost, I want to say completely gone. Like, of course there's vibration still, but like not like how it was. Before it was shuddering as soon as I like step on the gas or just when the engine is running with some RPMs. So replacing those mounts, like that's like really I would say recommended for a high mileage Ford Transit Connect. I guess any vehicle. $58. So that's it. I mean, that's all I want to say. I want to wrap up the video. Thank you for watching.